Alrighty, well, check this out. This is the Costco down throw. What I did was I just picked up some tarp clips and yeah, just put them on it right now. Just pulled some 550 paracord underneath it there just to kind of hold it up. This isn't how it's going to be, but we just bought this before we came out tonight, and it's holding on pretty secure all the way around. So I'm gonna sleep with it. I'm gonna see how it holds together. I'm gonna put some. I'm gonna end up what?
It's really comfy.
It's really comfortable in there. I'm going to end up sewing some shot cord into it, but that wasn't the plan for tonight. So I just cut some paracord real quick, and I still have to melt the ends of the paracord and make it a little tighter around. So you can see how these clips are just kind of holding the very end right now. But it's doing a pretty good job. The shot cord would help with the tensioning, but I hopped in there and I felt really warm. But anyway, other than that, the boys, oh, here's our paracord that we were cutting. Boys have got the marmot up, and Coda's over there wandering around, and Dorian's over there playing with firewood and using his tomahawk. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna use the fire pit, but we did bring a stove. Go figure. And we're gonna set our stove up and we're gonna get cooking some food. Nothing too elaborate, just something good. It was Thanksgiving yesterday, so we've been munching all day. We just needed to get out here into the woods, and I don't know, it's kind of cool, kind of neat. Stay warm. I got a 25-degree bag. It's only gonna drop into like the high 30s, maybe hit 40, or drop out of the 40s into the 38, 39 degrees. So we'll see how she feels. Alrighty, we got the Bushcraft Essentials Bushbox XL. This is the titanium version. As you can see the TI there. Love the way the titanium blues. We're just heating up some water right now. We're going to be making this truffle and mushroom mac and cheese, which is really, really good. We're going to have it with these Chipotle and Monterey Jack brats. Of course, got some hot dog buns from the job. So we're just sitting here, super chilled night. I was just using my pocket bellows. You know, for a lot of people who spend a lot of time in the outdoors, for me, it's really essential to have somewhat of a cook kit, so that way I don't, especially in the dark. As you can see, there's some campers way down there, but it's dark and I don't want to lose anything. So for me, there's some of the ways that I keep myself from losing my kit. Either this is my Maxpedition Fatty Pack, and my other kit that I use, which I have a very similar kit like this, is in my gear roll by Centerline Systems. That's attached to the bottom of my mother kit, also by Centerline Systems, for my heavy cover canteen. So this is just another just a cool, I got some debris on it, really cool little cook kit that I kind of keep together. We've got another stove in here. This is the X case from Firebox. Fits in there really nice. So I just wanted to use a larger stove tonight, just because there's something about being able to relax at a nice little camp area and just feed the stove, huh? Yeah? Yeah, we're sleepy. We're just gonna eat some food and go to bed. Dorian's allergies are clearly messing him up a little bit, so. Come here, Dorian, look at this. Look at my headlamp in the light.
Let me see.
Look at the doggy.
You look like Jesus.
I do, huh? Sun's coming up. Just got some coffee. Making some I got some creamer in there, making you can see my grounds. This is a cowboy coffee. In a way, I'm just pouring the scalding hot water on top of the grounds, letting them settle and drinking it. Wanted it extra strong. It's kind of cold this morning. It's about 27 degrees. It's one of those colds that it's not really windy, but it's just kind of bone chilling this morning. So I got some coffee going. Boys are over there sleeping still, and you can hear faintly in the background a train. That's somewhere over there. I'm not too familiar with this park, so, but it's running its butt off. I can hear it. You might not be able to hear it, but it's in the distance. So I'm using my heavy cover canteen cup. That's my Keith 1.5 liter kettle. I wanted to bring the big kettle today because last night I knew that I was going to be drinking a lot of coffee in the morning. I knew it was going to be chilly. And I got my spoon fell off of my little makeshift support I had there. So yep, I'm just kind of keeping the fire going down to coals right now. The reflector's keeping me somewhat warm. Wait for the sun to come up a little bit and get cooking breakfast for the kiddos. They're up when they're up. Which as soon as the sun hits the tent, they'll wake up. That's just kind of how their bodies work. I think it's how a lot of us work when we're out camping. Sun hits the tent, we're awake. For me, I'm an early riser, so I wake up at about 4 in the morning. Hear that train whistle. Dorian woke up and he was a little chilly, so I went and started the car up for him and let him get in there, and the dog is in there with him. Now, it hasn't warmed up much. It's still about 26, 27 degrees according to my thermometer. So that's a glorious thing about doing some car camping with little ones. You know, there was a conversation on a group that I'm in that was talking about when kids get their own tents. Well, my boys have been camping since they've been walking, and they have the marmot, and they share that, and they also have their own hammocks. But when we come to like a park like this, there's a road right here, I feel more safe with them in their tent, just because I don't know what's going to go on, and the dog comes with us and he sleeps at their feet, and there's absolutely nobody besides me or a friend or family who's going to get into that tent with those boys in there and their pups. So he's a German Shepherd Labrador, and he loves his family. So I'm gonna show you guys something that I did. I showed you a little bit last night. This is my DIY underquilt, last minute type deal. I just used some, see that there? I just used some clips. Those are tarp clips. And I just strung it up on either side. And you know, it really did work really well. I've got a 25 degree bag in there, and I have a thermal on the inside. I did get a little cold around my shoulders last night, but I also sleep cold, so that's not really saying much. I go to bed hot and I sleep cold. I went to bed and I was super comfortable, and I slept till about 2 o'clock in the morning, just perfect. And then I woke up, I pulled up my sleeping bag a little bit, I pulled the thermal on up, and I slept great the rest of the night. I woke up at about 4:15. That's just because I'm an early riser. When I have two trees that are like this, that are super close together. Oh, and there's a hunter. He came in, I want to say about 5 o'clock this morning. He has a tree stand in the back of his car, but he didn't take it with him. He's bow hunting. So anyway, or at least I think he's bow hunting. I thought I saw a bow. This is what I do. so I can keep my net away and up off of me when I have the trees that are super close. Keegan is still in there sleeping. He's using the Arctic military sleeping bag. Yeah, we're not using the fire pit. We don't usually use a fire pit when we come out. Sometimes we will, but you know what? We like stoves. So we've got the Bushcraft Essentials Bushbox XL in titanium going. I've got my coffee down here. This is about my, well, I've drank 1.5 liters of coffee so far, so I feel good. Got my spork hanging on my windscreen right there, so I don't put it in the dirt, because I have a bad habit of just wanting to put it on the ground. So besides having a bottle opener on there, that opener is a great hanger. Stove's been going since about 4:30. Come over here. Oh, there's my little cutting station where I was working while I was keeping warm. This is our mess. Our cooler, our chuck box, my pack, boys' packs, and then everything that comes into our packs. Yeah, we're gonna cook breakfast in just a minute. This is what the underquilt is. It's a packable down throw. I got it at Costco. So I paid $15 for it. I'm gonna modify it. I was actually thinking about getting another one, sewing them together and making it a full length, just because, like I said, I sleep cold. So got some jerky over there. We got our Lucy light that I unplugged, and I thought it would have deflated, but it hadn't yet. And then I got, that's my Keith Titanium ceramic coated skillet. Loving that thing. I used my big Keith kettle. This is the 1.5 liter. The only downfall that I really see with this kettle is these handles do not stay up when you're cooking. If you're cooking on a fire, that could be a problem because they could melt, but they do pop off really, really easy. And then to hook them back up, you could get away from, obviously, the steam, but hook them and hook it again. It's really not that big of a deal, but I thought I could probably just put something up on the top to hold them together. I like this for when I'm using a campfire. I can hang it. So, but I really wanted the larger kettle. And now that I own it, I'm not going to return it, and I've used it, and I think it's kind of cool. It's big, and it's still lightweight. And then, of course, our canteens. I'm getting ready to make the boys some hot cocoa. And then our cooking mess from dinner last night. Tomahawks, all that good stuff. Because I've got boys, and that's what they like to do. They'll go into the woods and they'll play and do their thing, like we all do, right? Alright. I think Dorian is plenty warm. We're going to go get him out of there and get cooking some breakfast. Alright, we got the sausage on. Using my Keith Titanium Skillet here. This is the ceramic coated skillet. Take a look at that on the inside. I love it. I think it's been one of the best purchases. And he loves it too. Get your nose out of there, Bubba. Check this out. So, I've got the flame somewhat high, cooking eggs. They're not even sticking a little bit. Loving it. Absolutely loving it.